Of all the things that would make me cry, would you believe it was a stack of pancakes? Because when I was at my lowest, a single sentence from my husband as we walked out of church made me burst into inconsolable sobs. Ready for pancakes, kids? As they cheered and jumped for joy at our weekly ritual, I broke down and cried, the kind of soul-wrenching tears you usually save for a broken heart. That was 3 years and 37 pounds ago, though. And I'm only telling you all this because what happened next is very special and very beautiful. It's a story I'm sharing with you because I know you probably need the same kind of hope that I did on the day I hit rock bottom. The day when the thought of eating pancakes broke my soul. The day I could no longer stand feeling fat, ugly, and frustrated in a body I didn't even recognize anymore. The day I came close to giving up because I had literally tried every diet, weight loss pill, and support group in the entire universe, and I was still fat. Still tired all the time, still crying and feeling ashamed that I couldn't fix myself, and still wondering what folks were saying about me behind my back. Oh, poor Liz. She used to have such a beautiful body back in high school. Such a shame. What happened to her? Well, I'll tell you what happened to me. First of all, I had kids. Now, I love my babies to death, and I'd rather weigh 300 pounds than miss a minute with them, but it still didn't seem fair. I saw lots of other moms getting back in shape after their babies. Heck, some of the celebrity moms I'd seen in the magazines had perfect bodies again only months after giving birth. How's that fair? I mean, take a look at me even a couple of years after my youngest baby, and I'd love to show you pictures of when I got to be my heaviest. But I was so ashamed of my body back then that I made sure there was no evidence. So if you know me and you've got pics from back then, please send them my way, okay? Like I said, though, this story has a happy ending, a terrific ending. In fact, this is me now, 37 pounds lighter and slimmer than high school or any other time in my life. Heck, not only slimmer, I actually feel like I'm aging in reverse, which is why I wanted to share this short video I made for you. I want you to dare to hope again. And if you're in that dark place I was in, I want to lift you out and lift you up. Because what you're about to discover is not just another diet or weight loss plan. It's not a pill, it's not a workout. It's something so new that barely any trainers, nutritionists, or even doctors know about it just yet. That's about to change though, because it's the only known method to destroy fat in a way that makes sure it will never come back again. And that is what really changed my life. Because it's not like I never managed to lose weight after I had my babies. I lost lots of weight, lots of times, and gained it all back, plus interest, every time. Which means every time I went on a diet, I actually ended up fatter than when I started. Today, I finally know why. And I'll tell you exactly how it happens and how to avoid it in a minute. Because it's not your fault. First, I need to reassure you. What you're feeling about your body right now, the shame, the guilt, the feeling of helplessness from not being in control of your own body, like I said, it's not your fault. And you are definitely not alone. That day I hit rock bottom, the day a plate of pancakes brought all my pain and shame out into the open, I was in a dark place and maybe feeling a lot like you are today, which is why I'm here talking with you right now. Because unless you've been there, like you and me, you can't understand it. My husband didn't get it. He just looked at me like I'd gone insane that day after church. He tried to hug me, console me, and tell me that I was beautiful and he loved me no matter what. He didn't understand though. How could I believe he still loved me when I didn't even love myself? How could he look at me and want me when my own reflection filled me with disgust? I wanted to believe him, yet whenever he would touch me, hold me, I wondered if it was love or just pity. So as he hugged me and held me outside of church that morning, I made a vow. I vowed to never again feel this low, this cheap, this hopeless again, and to reclaim the pride and confidence in myself and my body, to find the old list that my husband fell in love with in the first place, and to never leave a smidgen of a doubt in my mind that my husband wanted me. The next morning, I felt a thrill of excitement. It was Monday after all, a perfect day to start new, except by Wednesday, I was starving. The scale hadn't moved, and a sick, sinking terror started to squeeze my heart. Was this going to be like every other time? Did I pump myself up and set myself up for yet another losing battle? Worse, was this going to be more of a disaster than ever? After all, I was already starving and it was only Wednesday. No, I couldn't do all that again. I needed help. I knew deep down that unless I did something completely new, I was doomed to the same fate I suffered every other time I tried to lose weight. The same misery, failure, and hopelessness that had already left me nearly 40 pounds overweight. So I did what you do nowadays when you've got a problem. I grabbed my laptop, went to Starbucks, and had a long, long discussion with Mr. Google. It wasn't easy. Most of what I found was the same garbage that had already failed me. Low carb, low fat, paleo, keto, calorie counting, not to mention all the expensive diets like Dr. Bernstein, Atkins, Weight Watchers, Herbal Magic, Jenny Craig. However, I kept running across 3 authors that sounded different to me. Like they were sticking to science-based, no-nonsense methods that sounded as if they could actually work in real life. After agonizing about it for hours, I put myself out there. I took a leap and reached out to each of them on email. Only one got back to me, and I still thank God every morning that he was the one, because everything that's happened since then has changed my life, changed his life, and in the process, helped thousands of other men and women around the world banish hopelessness and retake control of their bodies and lives. His name is Brad Pilon. He's a very humble, very brilliant, and totally under the radar metabolism and weight loss geek and author who just really doesn't like the spotlight, which is why you've probably never heard of him. Even though he was head of R&D for one of the biggest supplement companies in the world and has quietly sold nearly 190,000 copies of his no-nonsense health and fitness books. I'll tell you more on that in a minute, because I know how exciting this is going to be for you. Like it was for me when Brad revealed the hidden weight loss secret that allowed me to lose 37 pounds so fast that sometimes it even scared me a little. Yet Brad assured me it was normal, that